The Electric Igloo.
Now we're going to jump to the NFL. Two injuries to two key players. Percy Harvin, after such a good game against the Steelers, which they lost, he's going to be sidelined due to an illness. Soft. What do you think about that one, Rob?
Wow. Just when this is almost as devastating of a blow for the Vikings as last week when they lost to the Steelers over at Heinz Field.
I also forgot to mention Bernard Berrien. He was out of practice on Monday due to that leg injury in Pittsburgh as well.
Just when things can't get any worse, this happens. We'll bring up the Vikings again in just a second when we do sports. I'm sure you know what I mean by that, but this is a huge blow for them. But they still have the best players in the NFC, the best team in the NFC, with Adrian Peterson and Jared Allen and Chester Taylor and some guy named Brett Favre. Did I mention we'll be mentioning the Vikings later on in a few minutes when we do the schedule in the NFL? I think you're gonna like this.
Yep, but we'll get to that in a moment. Right now, more news. This time out in Cleveland, there's total drama in the city of Cleveland. Browns fans, after a loss, planned protests to show displeasure. One of the most loyal fans of the Cleveland Browns, and a ticket season holder, says he's had enough of the losing. He's encouraging people in the city of Cleveland to leave seats empty on next year's home opener against Baltimore. I don't know. Do you think the Browns are finished?
Is he a fan of the Cleveland Browns or the Pittsburgh Pirates?
I don't know.
Maybe both, on account of, like the Pirates, the Cleveland Browns are a legendary organization that's had so much tradition that has gone sour the last decade. And unlike the Pirates, the Browns have been in the postseason, at least once this decade. I mean, as far as the Browns go, I'm just thankful that I'm a Steelers fan. I can relate to where the Browns fan is coming from, but I just don't know what the heck to say about that other than, we live in a country where everything is game. We need to take pride in it. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right to bear arms, freedom of everything. Everything that doesn't land you in jail. And hopefully this works. And light it up. What do you have to say?
I also forgot to mention the right to protest.
Yes, as was the case in Pittsburgh for the G20 summit. But, I forgot what I was going to say. Yes. I think he was trying to take a page out of the playbook of a fan playbook of 3 years ago when when one Pirate fan, or as he liked to call him, an irate fan, issued a walkout during the third inning of a Pirates game against the Washington Nationals. It was a game before the third inning where the Pirates scored 9 runs that inning before the walkout was issued. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. If the walkout's issued for a halftime and the Browns score like 29 or 36 points, it could be a waste. But hopefully they don't have I don't know about hopefully, considering the fact it's the Browns, but the Browns, I think, as shrewd and a non-caring of an owner as the Pirates, as is the case with Bob Nutting and his goons. But I hope this works out for them, gets more fans to the park, and gets the Browns more wins. But I don't know where he's coming from, and I don't think this is going to work. But the Browns have year upon year to get their act together in terms of getting back to respectability. But I just want to say this for the record. I just thank the Lord every single day that I'm a citizen of not only his nation, but Steeler Nation.
Same here, Rob. We should be proud of being fans of Steeler Nation. Cleveland Browns fans, everyone growing up around their team leaving, coming back. Till we make it to the postseason once in 2002, but losing to none other than the Steelers. And we're just proud to be proud of a Steeler Nation, the all-time leader of Super Bowls, 6 titles, and could be going out for another this year. Now we're going to jump over to Tennessee. Jeff Fisher, he finally makes a switch at quarterback, this time to Vince Young. He's shown promise this rookie season. Second season did not show promise. Curry Collins stepped in, and all of a sudden, Kerry Collins down, Vince Young in. How well will Vince Young do now that he's back in the hot seat?
Hopefully way better than Kerry Collins. I mean, this is a person, Collins, that's worlds away from the quarterback that threw 5 touchdown darts in the 2000 NFC Championship game as a New York Giant against the Vikings. We'll mention them in a second. En route to being blown out themselves by the Ravens in Super Bowl 35 in the year 2000. I don't know what's up with Collins. He's getting up there with age. And as far as I'm concerned, as the old saying goes, with all due respect to Tennessee Titan fans, they're their own worst enemy on account of what happened last year, the game before Christmas. Oh, yeah.
The terrible town curse.
Forget the curse of Madden. I think the curse of the towel is not only poised to strike, but it's poised to do mercy on people. I don't know what else to say about the Titans other than the fact that hopefully this works. Vince Young will get things going, and they might make a run at the playoffs. But as the scripture says, you'll reap what you sow, or in this case, you'll reap what you sow with your feet. They're still paying the price for it, and I'm surprised it's been this long.
All right, the one thing we're also eagerly waiting for, the key matchups around the NFL. Starting off with a huge matchup in the AFC, the Denver Broncos versus the Baltimore Ravens. Texans will battle the Bengals, or better known as Pittsburgh, the Bungles. The Cleveland Browns will go play Chicago. Seahawks will face the Cowboys. Jets play the Dolphins. Niners play the Colts. The Falcons will face the Saints. That should be a high-scoring game. The Chargers will face the Bears. And the one thing that we all want to tell you, the one thing I hope I catch the game, because if I don't, I'm going to beat my head off a wall. Brett Favre and the Vikings will go to Green Bay to face the Packers. Ooh. After so long, after one Super Bowl in 96, the Packers, 3 NFL MVPs, he's now facing the Packers. And Rob, this is one game we hope we don't miss.
Hopefully everybody in this planet will not die before this Sunday, November the 1st, to see this matchup on account of this may gain in terms of ratings as much. This could be in the top 10. I mean, of all time, the greatest talk show, television programs of all time. It may be in the top 5 in terms of sports, right up there with that exciting Super Bowl 43 involving our Pittsburgh Steelers defeating the Arizona Cardinals down in Tampa. But I thought I would never see the day that Brett Favre would march on, trot out of the tunnel of Lambeau Field in anything besides a Green Bay Packer jersey. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be absolutely fun. And I know Lynn Cullen, who's an avid Packers fan and a native of Green Bay, Wisconsin, will be watching that game. She's as hot-headed about this as well as every Packer fan is. So please see it. I know you're going to enjoy it.
Like you were saying, Rob, I've been following Brett Favre for quite a few years, and I never thought he'd leave. I always thought he would be with the Jets or with somebody else. But never in my wildest dreams did I think he would be up against, go with the arch nemesis, the Minnesota Vikings. I just never saw it coming. I mean, it's come out of nowhere when he signed with the Vikings. All of a sudden, he's got to play his former team and his apprentice, Aaron Rodgers.
He said, big matchup, big matchup, big matchup. And I just hope that this garners ratings on account of as much as big ratings as Pitt Penn State will in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, if that becomes a reality. But Brett Favre back in Green Bay as a Minnesota Viking rather than a Green Bay Packer, it's huge, and it could have been more